Hello all my Huron Academy artists. This is Mrs. Robling, and we're going to go ahead and do a quick art project today, which talks about building form. You can use any materials you would like. I went ahead and used crayons and colored pencils, but I want to make sure you guys know I miss all you guys like cray-cray. Going crazy. We're going to go ahead and draw a cake. We're going to shade the cake for the outside being darker, and towards the center it gets lighter. This is like a traditional form. If you look at this pot, if you look at the sides, it's darker, center is lighter, other side is darker. Here is one of my examples. Here's a second example. It's pretty easy how we do this. We're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to draw the first thing with pencil. I know you guys are not going to be able to see it very well, but I always think drawing with pencil is best first, especially for this first part. First part's a little bit tricky. I'm going to go ahead and draw an upside down C. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'm going to go ahead and trace it. Oops, my line got a little bit wavy. That's okay, we'll just turn it into frosting. Okay, so I just did an upside down C. Kind of an elongated C, but it's an upside down C. I'm gonna decide where I want my cake, my slice to come out of. So I'm thinking like right there. This side I'm just gonna bring around a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go ahead and connect to that dot. Connect to that dot. It kind of looks like Pac-Man right now. I know, it looks like Pac-Man. Once you get to this point, the rest of it is easy as cake. All right, so basically I got my Pac-Man. Right in the middle of Pac-Man's mouth, I'm gonna draw a line straight down. I'm gonna go to the corner of Pac-Man's mouth, draw another line straight down. And I'm gonna go on top of Pac-Man. So I'm gonna draw another line here. I'm gonna do the same thing here. And the same thing on the bottom. You guys can start to see the shape, correct? So now what I'm gonna do is it's easier for me sometimes to turn my paper sideways. And then I'm going to make a rounded shape. Make sure you don't do this part flat. You want it to be rounded because this is a form. Now, when you get to the cake part, this does not have to be rounded because someone took the slice of the cake out. So somebody cut the slice of cake. So it can be straight. This is why I don't like drawing with marker. Wasn't too happy with that line. Okay, now that you have your cake, you're gonna go ahead, put a plate on it, and figure out how you want to decorate it. If you want to say happy birthday, if you want to draw flowers, roses, polka dots. Again, it is up to you. On this one here, I got a little fancy. I went ahead and put some frosting around the outside. I highly, highly suggest you draw everything with pencil first, then use the marker. The only reason I was using the marker was so you could see my lines. But I highly suggest use a pencil first, then trace everything with marker. Then go ahead and either use crayon, color pencil, watercolor, whatever you have at home. Go ahead and color it in. I used red. Not that I've ever seen a red cake, but I used red, and this is crayon. It's waxy, I can tell. So I colored darker on the sides, and I lifted my crayon up a little bit to get lighter there. I did the same thing for the chocolate cake. Closer to the corner, I pushed my crayon down and got a darker line. I did the same thing with the top. Now this one I didn't get as fancy. I just did two different flavors for the cake itself, and then I just used orange for the frosting. I went ahead and got a little bit fancy in the background, but really that's all there is to it. This is an easy cake lesson, and I'm gonna go ahead and go off for now. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful time at home. creating, relaxing, spending time with your families. And once you finish your cake, go ahead and take a picture of it and send it my way, okay? Thank you. I will see you next Wednesday.